There's no better way to start an OCG Thursday video than a deck. Look at this. Right? So this is based on the OCG list here. Let's click this for TCG. Oh, look. Banned. Limited to one. So that should give you a little bit of an idea the differences in our metagame here. And this entire deck, let's give it to the OCG. Let's give it up for the OCG for revised Tempest Magician FTK. Also now starring Eldritch the Golden Lord, because he can exist. Alright, so how does the deck win? We turbo through our entire deck to make Tempest Magician. Alright? One tuner plus one or more non-tuner, spellcaster, type monster, blah blah blah. When this card is sync or summon, you can place one spell counter on it. Once per turn, you can discard any number of spell card or any number of cards. Place one spell counter on this card for you control for each card discarded. You can remove spell counters from this card and inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each card discarded. Alright, so we start gaining all of the good cards. Alright. So I have one copy of Zephyros the Elite generic bouncer / extender so that we can abuse DDR and other shenanigans. One copy of the Golden Lord. This is actually interesting, and I do want to talk about this for a second here. The fact that this card essentially allows you to extend and also revive and put pressure on the opponent is rather interesting. I think for the most part what this card actually grants to the deck as a sustainable life source for the deck, and also being, pure discard fodder to clear out the deck, card is pretty good for the most part at doing what it does. We have one copy Fairy Tale Snow, one Grinder Golem, one Plague Spreader, and one copy of the Quillbolt Hedgehog. Then we have one Broken Bamboo Sword, one Called by the Grave, one Card Destruction, one Cards of Fate. Each player chooses one card from the deck, then each player combines it with 4 additional random cards chosen from the deck by their opponent. Then randomly select one of those 5 cards, reveal it, and add it to your hand, and shuffle the deck. Alright, so you get a free deck thin off of this, which is pretty interesting for the most part. We have triple copies of Chicken Game, of course, edging to win the game. It's so good. One Contract with Dawn Thousands, another classic draw card. Triple copies of Cursed Bamboo Sword, one copy of Different Dimension Reincarnation, one Dark Spirits Mastery, one single Foolish Burial Goods, triple copies of the Golden Bamboo Sword, 2 copies of Hand Destruction, 2 copies of Hidden Armory, triple copies of Into the Void Arena, one Metal Foes Fusion, one Popper Up, triple Reasoning, one Shuffle Reborn, one Terraforming, and triple copies of Upstart Goblin. This is what modern OTK looks like, and is it delicioso. We have one copy of Zeroboros, one Selene, one Security Dragon, one Saruja, one Link Karibo, one Link Spidey, one Unicorn, one Phoenix, one Apollosa, one Akashic Magician, one Dugress the Timeless, one Mannequin Cat, one Herald of the Purple Light. Detach from open this card, target one monster graveyard, add it to your hand, then shuffle one card from your hand into the deck. This screams extender. We have one Tempest Magician, one Herald of the Arclight. Side deck here is one Lava Golem, one Kagari, one Forbidden Chalice, one Hand Destruction, one Harpy's Feather Duster, one Mystic Mine, one copy of Afterburners, one Jamming Waves, one Hornet Drones, one Widow Anchor, and 2 Engage, with one Slash Draw, and then 2 Red Reboots, wrapping up an interesting take on Tempest Magician FTK. I gotta leave it to the OCG for definitely keeping my interest in something like this. And it definitely goes to show that the ban on this card was really worth it, just for the pure exploits and things that this card ends up causing with the game. So, let's give it up for Tempest Magician being banned here. Alright. Next up, we have some water with some dinosaur. Alright. I kid you not here. We are using Miscellaneous Cerosaurus. This is... Alright, so we got some water combo here. So we got one Animadorid Archosaur. Alright. We have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Alright, pretty standard. We also have triple copies of the Atlantean Dragoons. one copy of the Heavy Infantry, one copy of the little baby Ceratosaurus, it's so adorable, one copy of Bixie, Water of the Yingzing, one copy of the Chi-Wen, Light of the Yingzing. This deck list is so weird, but like, it's kind of cool. Triple copy is a Deep Sea Diva, one copy of Rip a Card Out of My Opponent's Hand, one Destrudo, it's almost like this card makes life good. One copy of Jet Synchron, one copy of Elio, one copy of the Lapis Dragon, one copy of Maximus Outputus, two copies of Old Lion, triple copies of Miscellaneous Ceratosaurus, one Mulu, triple copies of Neptibus, one copy of Shinthana, two copies of Called by the Grave, triple copies of Crossout Designator, two copies of Fossil Dig, two copies of One for One, one Hornet Drones, and one Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Didn't we see this in the TCG where we were using Engage to tutor for the Hornet Drones to start combo? One Impermanence, and one copy of the 9 Pillars of the Yingzing. Then we have one Kagari, one copy of Auroradon, one Unicorn, one Phoenix, one Halifibrax, one Access Code Talker, one Felgrand, one Yazi, Evil of the Yingzing, one Archosaurus, one Martial Metal Marcher, one Herald of the Arclight, one Garden Rose Maiden with one Danglong. It's been too dang long, TCG. I really feel this card. One Prima Donna, and one Borreload Savage Dragon. Side deck here we have one Archosaur, one copy of DD Crow, two copies of Dino Wrestler Pancraboy, one Dark Ruler No More, triple copies of the Forbidden Droplet, one copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, two copies of Lightning Storm, two copies of Evenly Matched, and two copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up this very interesting combo variation deck. I don't know, how do you think something like this would fare in the TCG if we had everything at full power for this list? Do you think that this could be a successfully viable strategy? Next up is Infernoble. Now, this is an interesting place to be here with the future of this deck right around the corner in the TCG. Now, interesting thing to note here is the OCG does not have Link Cross anymore. So players have been looking at ways to kind of take this deck and evolve it into a more viable strategy, since you can't just, go, oh, Link Cross, I have tokens now I can combo. So they have to find other cool ways to do this. So this is one of the more interesting, I guess, viable strategies that you can do at this point. So we have one copy of Phoenix Gearfried, one copy of Ogier, one copy of Oliver, and then, of course, the triple copies of the Neospatian Connector, triple copies of Sublimation Knight, probably being one of your best sub-starters if need be, one copy of Aquadolphin, triple copies of Asher Blossom, Enjoy Spring, one copy of Mechaphantom Beast Olion, triple copies of Max C, one Plague Spreader Zombie, one copy of Little Squeakers, and then we have triple copies of Renauld, one copy of Alstafo, one Jet Synchron with one Effect Veiler, and then the spell cards for the deck. So we have one Rhoda, only two copies of Heritage, actually. This is kind of interesting, but I get when you have to shave down the amount of cards in the deck at this point that you're going to have to make some sacrifices, so this makes sense. Then we have triple Called by the Grave, because we do not want to get hand-trapped whatsoever. Then we have triple copies of Crossout Designator. This will help take care of some of the problems that we might run into getting hand-trapped or something along the way. Basically, it just allows us to play the game. Then we have one Living Fossil, one copy of the Durandal, one Smoke Grenade, one Blackguard, one Infinite Permanence, and one copy of the Shade Brigadine. Extra deck here, we have one Halifibrax, two copies of Isolde, one Auroradon, one Access Code Talker, one copy of Martial Metal, one Herald of the Arclight, one Access Code, one Garden Rose Maiden, one copy of Roland, one Shooting Riser, one Crystal Wing, one Borreload Savage, one Charmaine, and then one copy of the Ultimaya to Zolkin. Side deck, we have two Pinkertops, two Kumamungus, one Ghost Ogre, two copies of Ghost Bell, one copy of DD Crow, one Feather Duster, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, and triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up your chunk of OCG deck profiles for this week. Some rather interesting stuff here. I'm very excited to see how the evolution of this is going to come together, and we will see how much more successful this will all be. So, what do you guys think about these decks? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and well, guys, I'm out.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well,
I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.